A letter to Charles Darwin. Boy, what you started! Oh, pardon me. Charles Darwin, 1826, Protoplasm Road, West Stonehenge, England. Dear Charles, I've been wanting to introduce myself to you and to pretend to have at least one conversation with you, or send you one letter at least that you may or may not get. First, I gotta say that it looks like you were right. Just the Galapagos and the finches you studied. To any open-minded one that was capable of hearing new thoughts, just your finding there displayed wonderful, wondrous, historic, tremendous micro changes. Those tiny departures from one generation to the next, that in the mere flash of 100 years wrought the changes you noticed and told us about. Your daring, your refusal to be intimidated by the hordes of authorities and lesser types, to imagine, to conjure, to speculate, to lie awake at night wondering if you are onto something, to worry about your bills, your finances, your security, your time to devote to such dangerous, thankless thoughts that made the terrain under the feet of the church like earthquake country, to almost put your own life in fiendish peril, like Copernicus and Galileo endured. Yet this is what you did, and in so doing gave us at first a rickety platform from which to view the future, the past, all in that tiny moment of the present that you dealt with in cosmic the cosmic landscape of 1 billion years, that later with passing decades became more sturdy, more believable, more probably more true, if truth meant anything. And now, every angry belief, every hopeful belief must take sides. Did you find that great truth for us? Or are you deeply, dreadfully wrong in the face of the dread fears of death, so deeply planted in every religion, in the history of the world? So Charles, though I think you opened our world for us, that you have taken your place among the giant sequoias of mankind, I do not know for sure, but I wanted to let you know about the ebb and flow of the dance of life, the dance of death, as reason and religion whirl in waltz time across the great dance floor of the world, with the horrifying embrace of their hands around each other's throat, in the rhythm of time, the centuries, the planets, and even the gods who have tried to understand what they did during all the histories of the universe, with all its forms of life that grew and changed and celebrated itself in old ways and new ways, while the galaxies and our Milky Way slowly rotate beyond any authority, any power to stay its course, until all the gospel of every faith, and once and for all true, that in the very end, Charles, you have led us into frightening valleys and peaks that leave us all facing reality itself, with not a single crutch of ignorance that told us that we humans were so holy we would truly be everlasting. But Charles, I think, as so many do now, that you were a true pioneer, that by your example have taught us to be brave and patient, kind and loving to each other in the fragile world you helped us so to understand, and that you let us build lives deeply rooted in all the layers of the earth, rooted in all the genuine layers of our histories. So, the many of us, no matter who else is crying out, will celebrate you as we would point to Ursa Major and its pole star, point to all the wonderful, untiring processes of the earth, the waves, the rivers, the towering cumulus clouds, the lightning, so that we could at last see that ultimate beauties are not to be found in scriptures written by man to serve his frightened purposes, but that we shall see and hold and love and honor the processes of our planets, and that it is these processes that are the essence, the very essence of life itself. January 1996.